Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, take him to the south. Hey, where he is? Point him out. Throw his bitch ass in the trunk, show him what the fuck we talking about. Hey, where he is?
I think I had to log out as a. Oh, I think this is an earlier clip here. So this is our first time in the Magic Maze. Magic Maze is it's like a weekly, daily. It's basically your dungeon, your side grinding dungeon. The main thing we're going to use the Magic Maze for is to use Metal Maze tickets. For this playthrough, that's just going to allow you to use your bonus time orb and your food to go into the Metal Maze to kill metal monsters who give a lot of experience for free, and you crit every time in the maze, making them all die in like one hit, which is pretty satisfying. So that's the main thing we're going to use it for. I will do the weekly just by myself. I probably won't record it because you can't do the weekly solo. You can fight the coin bosses solo, so I will run some of those. And I'll record those. Probably do like a stream of them or some sort. Just to show you guys what some of these bosses are like, but they're all like near in-game level. Not all of them, but most of them are. Most of the valuable ones are, so we will wait a little bit before we delve too deep into there. But this is what it looks like, guys. It's basically, you got like 3 or 4 different variants, and you basically just run through the dungeon, kill some enemies, and go through. And you see they pair you with random people online. For the first time, you can just hit go as is, and they'll select random companions for you. You have to match make the first time you do it. This is how you unlock the actual content. So I decided to show it because this is kind of the mechanics of the maze. It shows you one of the variants too. I probably won't be doing too many of these on recording, so I figured I'd show one at least. Yeah, and you just see you gotta kill all the enemies on the floor, and then you move on to the next floor. I think we're doing about 3 floors here. We're doing about 3 floors. So yeah, we'll do that. I got a bit of a longer one here. This is also from Petty Revenge on Reddit, by user Kasangi Thief. Also about 2 months ago. This is my logs from like 2 months, and this is like a job story, like one of those work tales here. So, we will get into this. It's a pretty good one. It is called "Customer Came in Demanding I Break the Rules for Her." So, let's begin. I'm an overnight cashier at a gas station. Pretty chill most nights. There's a few bad apples, as always, but nothing too bad. Okay, good start. Every now and then, I'll get an entitled customer that demands I sell a beer without an ID, against state law, of course. Wouldn't dream of it. Or sell them cigarettes despite them being 20. Sorry, kids, not happening. Yeah, you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes now. That's kind of interesting, I'm not too much of a cigarette smoker, but it's kind of funny. They must be really bad for you if you're really making stipulations like that. That's kind of crazy, But nevertheless, one lady though, she really got under my skin. Happened a while back. She comes in around 11:30. So well past time we shut down the lottery. We turn off the machine at 10 as per store regulations. There's a ton of updates. The machine undergoes nightly. Takes about 6 to 7 hours. Okay. I keep an eye on her and notice she has one of the ball draw style cards in her hand. I call out and explain the machine is off for the night, so I cannot sell her tickets. She scoffs loudly and says I'm lying and I don't want to do my job. Wow. Love that. Love the no accountability there. I reiterate the machine is already undergoing maintenance, so she will have to return at 5 a.m. when the machine is ready for service. She throws the ticket on the ground and stomps the beer. I'm already annoyed, and in my head, I know I'll make sure my coworker takes care of her next time. I don't want to deal with this drama. Fair. She comes back to the counter, beer cans in tow, and slams them onto the counter. I grab one to scan and ask for her ID. Lady, once again, scoffs and asks if it's really necessary. She has wrinkles older than me. Yeah. Okay. I explain that it's store policy and state to see ID for alcohol purchases. And we go back and forth for 5 minutes, and then, yeah. It only ends when I tell her she can either give me the ID so I can do my job, or she can leave beerless and lidoless. There you go, put your foot down. Come on now. Give that ultimatum. That's all these crazy people need. They just need basic, here's what you're gonna do. This or this. They can't deal with anything else. She passes me her ID, face bright red, and the lady just starts going off at this point, saying I need to lose my job. My manager, whom she called by name, would be so upset to hear how I'm treating a regular. I love this. I love this response too. This next paragraph is beautiful. This is exactly what I would do. I write my name, my manager's free time for the next day, and tell her she's free to come in and complain about me doing my job. It'll absolutely go great for her. She snatches the paper and starts asking me to sell her cigarettes. I tell her I'm not selling her anything else, as she has repeatedly made me feel uncomfortable and I have the right to refuse service to anyone for any reason. She leaves, screaming that she's going to come back and kick my ass. Also threats. Yeah, see, this is unhinged behavior, man. This is unhinged behavior. These people do not need drugs and alcohol. Like Jesus. I leave a long text to my manager in the group chat explaining what happened along with a description of her. Yep. So this is not over. We got a couple more paragraphs. It gets more interesting, I promise you. I promise you. So it gets more interesting. We're in the thick of it now. Into the thick of it? Into the thick of it? Okay. So moving on. A couple hours later, some of my regulars come in for their nightly coffees. Two of the local sheriffs. I give them a rundown of what transpired, and one of them promises to swing through a few times for a few nights to make sure she's not causing trouble. Here's where I get petty. She parked in the front of the store. I had a perfect view of her license plate, so I took note and waited. Lady shows up 2 nights later and parks by the dumpster. She's standing on the sidewalk for 2 hours waiting for me to come outside. About an hour in, I call the tow service our store uses. I say there's a broken down car in our parking lot in prime parking position, as per rules. Oh no, he got our car towed? Let's continue. Cops come through, as they always do, for coffee, and they ask me if she's the customer harassing me. I confirm it. They go out and talk to her. At this point, the tow truck pulls in. Lady starts walking away from the cops to talk to the driver, confused and pissed. I didn't get to hear much of the encounter, but I watched as she got arrested, put in the patrol car, and they waited for the tow truck to finish hauling off her car before leaving. I had no idea what happened to her. She hadn't come back in, and I didn't get in trouble with management. Wow. You know, it's funny that you can just casually ruin someone's life like that, which is why I don't fuck with people. Like, Jesus, guys. These people have so much, like just control, just like agency over your life. You have no idea. Anyone can call the cops on you. Anyone can call the tow truck on you. Anyone can call the ambulance on you. You know, it's a quick phone call. With the internet, things are so fast nowadays. So keep your head on a swivel. This is obviously a lady that never had to deal with any accountability. She was probably really hot back in her day. So she just never really learned how to be a decent person or treat service workers with respect. She never had to, you know? And that's the shitty thing about life. You know, it's not going to smack you in the face and teach you those lessons automatically, especially if you have certain attributes to your physique, to your look, to your circumstance. It's not going to teach you how to act. You know, it's not gonna tell you how to be a good person. You got to learn that yourself, and if you don't learn it, then I don't know, man. Karma's a bitch, but you're gonna figure that out yourself. So I don't need to tell you it. Here we have the boss. This is just a random horse. It's just Felicia the goat. You know, don't mind it. Um, and yeah, it's the first one you have to fight with every magic maze run. They don't really give you anything. Usually these bosses give you accessories. This guy don't give you shit. He give you lottery tickets, you know? He's just the first guy, so some easy stuff. But you got a basic team. They should be able to annihilate him pretty fast. Yes, and as you can see, this is a very old video because my paladin is level 30. And far past that now. We are most likely doing the paladin quest next, so look forward to that, guys. It will be very fun. Very fun. And yeah, that's the magic maze. Now we've unlocked it, so we'll be able to do some experience grinding. I think I did this out of order too. I think I showed you guys the experience grinding on another episode that I already uploaded, the metal maze. But nevertheless, that's what we're doing now. Or that's what we can do now, you know? And now that we've finished that, actually, I think this is the episode where I show you guys the experience grinding. I think that's what I did. I always forget how I edit these things down because I do record these after I edit them down. So